We going live. We live. We live. All right, family. What's going on? What's going on with you this morning? Giving it time to get populated. Everybody know we up. Oh Lord, I forgot to open up my speaker, but that's cool. Let's go and get it popping off here. Speakers live. We still could take comments and questions or ideas or anything that you want to share, anything that you want to cover while we're doing this toast. If you want to add your ancestors to the list, by all means, you could go and get in touch on one of our timelines. Post up your ancestors. It's never too late um, to go and throw your ancestors in. If I don't catch them, you just let me know. All right, unable to. All right, cool. All right, cool. So good morning, family. We up. Let's make sure we up on YouTube, we up on Spreaker, we up on Periscope, we up on Stream.me, we up on both Facebook pages. Excellent, excellent. So now next thing to do is to open up the chats. I want to welcome you and I want to say great Umoja to you. We are on a daily toasty. We are on our daily toast, family, and it's time for us to get busy, running a little bit behind. Ask for forgiveness out there if there's any forgiveness need to be given. But we try to bring this to you between 5:15 and 5:30. Get it out. I know Kwame. I know Kwame. Kwame is already up. He probably went to the pool, so I missed him already. But hey, it's good. He'll catch us on the replay. We want to say good morning to all the daily toasters, all those that keep up with us on a daily basis. I want to thank each and every last one of you. And I want to remind you, those that want to continue getting the black signal, um, I have figured out a way to do that. And all you have to do is go to our Gye-Nyame Journey Facebook page. Go to Facebook, like Gye-Nyame Journey if you haven't already done that, and go and send us a message through the page. What will happen is that a link will be sent back out to you so that you could register on our black signal, the superphone, and you can go and put your information in. And I get in touch with y'all through Superphone once again with the Daily Toasters now. Everybody can register that way, but I encourage all of the Daily Toasters to go to Gye-Nyame Journey, and you can type in hashtag G&J, right? That's all you have to do is when you go in there, you message us. Don't post on the timeline, even though you are allowed to post on the timeline, being a family member, being a tribe member. Go in and message us. A direct message to Gye-Nyame Journey. And hashtag Gye-Nyame Journey, hashtag ancestors. You know what I'm saying? Send it in and you should get something back. And if you don't get something back, I'll be able to get on, check the message, and send you the form so that you can go on and update your stuff in Superphone so that I could build up my list on Facebook and I could get the daily messages out. Because I want to keep the daily messages going. I'm thinking about holding on to Superphone for those large events. Kwanzaa coming up. We got something coming up with the Umoja Karamu that's popping off this weekend. We got warrior training this weekend. We got a lot of stuff that's going on, and I want to make sure that I'm able to open the doors for all that want to be involved in some form of fashion. Shouts out to Joe Berry. Thank you for access for the meeting. The meeting, I was a visitor at that meeting, so I wanted to make sure that it was okay. Um, we had they ended up having a Simba meeting afterwards, and that it was packed. And the next meeting will be on December 16th at 1 p.m. That's Simba. Gye-Nyame Journey, we will be meeting. Gye-Nyame Journey Warrior Training, we will meet this weekend, this Kuumba, um, at 2 p.m. Nation builders, get there early. You know what I'm saying? About 1 o'clock because we need to sit down and have our talk about the arrangements for Kwanzaa, what we're going to do during Kwanzaa, how we're going to participate, and also discuss the upcoming movie night and other fundraisers that we're going to have popping off, getting ready for um, the weather to warm up, because we probably won't go nowhere until the weather warm up unless we're going somewhere inside. So just being clear on that. So here we go, family. Here we go. So let's start off this week a little bit different. Let's look at the folk tale for this week, and let's look at the proverbs for this week, because well, actually, the ones from last week are good until Kuji Chakalia and Ujima. So we'll leave that alone. I just thought about that. So if that's for the week, that means that boom, we did them last week. We got the ones we did last week. Now we got to move to the stories this week. So we got to wait till tomorrow for the folk tale for grown folk, and then on Ujima we will jump off with some new um, tribal quotes for you, right? And these are things that we work on during the week, not just that day. That evening, a lot of people think that the show is just about that day. Remember, the if you look up the tag 224 self-help process, that's the process that those of you that are on the journey are on, where we are dedicating 2 hours a day to our personal development, 2 hours a day to nation building, 2 hours a day to us becoming better, right? Because our enemies is working 24 hours. So the 2 hours you're going to find eventually is going to stretch to 3 hours, from 3 hours to 4 hours. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like once you really start investing your time in yourself, that's why we call it 224. It start off with 2 hours, but it eventually expands at least 2 hours within every 24-hour period we're working on ourselves. All right, so let's get it. All right, let's get it. First off, I need to remind you that you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey Media. I don't know why. I don't know why they torment me. Once again, I want to welcome you to the congregation of the mighty, and this is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Thank you. This is a Heart of Summer production. Of course, you know this is the Daily Toast. Grab your glass. Heart of December production. Strive to blow up your old paradigm. Grab your glass. I see if I can do the song without messing it up this morning.
Mr. Diddy.
Drink your water. Come on, drink your water. But first, take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath and drink some water. Take your breath. Drink. Or should we say, breathe, then drink. That felt good. Now push the cap and get some more. Lift your glass and pour some more. Lift your glass and pour some more. Just pour that water. Drink. Or should I say, lift, pour, then drink. Move your body, drink some more. Oh, move your body and drink some more. Move your body and drink some water. Just move your body. Drink. Or should we say, move, then drink. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. toast your ancestors. Now raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Just raise your glass. Drink, 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 drink. Or should we say, raise, toast, then drink. Remember, take your breath and drink some water. Lift your glass and pour some water. Move your body, drink some water. Raise your glass and toast your ancestors. Drink, live, breathe, toast. Breathe, live, drink, toast. Take your breath. Lift and pour. Move your body. Toast your ancestors. Break down. Drink, 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 drink. Lift your glass. Drink some water. Move your body. Toast those ancestors. Drink, 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 drink. Think I will. Drink, 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 drink. Lift your glass. Lift your glass. Lift your glass. Lift, lift, lift. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Damn, that's a 4-minute song. I might need to go to the studio with that shit. Man, hey family, I want to thank everybody that's taking the time to stop in. I'm sorry about the Black Signal family. You know what I'm saying? I don't got dough like that. I ain't got dough like that. But we gonna work it out. We trying to work it out. So y'all just gonna bear with me. So this morning I wake up and I'll be following Urema on Instagram, brother Urema Karima. He's spitting fire. So this morning he had a picture of a beautiful black boy just smiling. And it said, "Did you sleep well?" It said, "Just like God during slavery," was the reply. I said, "Oh my God. Oh my God." But it makes you laugh and it kind of makes you sad at the same time. That's comedy. It hits all the emotions, right? And I know a lot of people are gonna look at that and be upset, right? And I just have to let me preface it with this, man. See, I think I think the mythology that is setting the culture for us requires for us to wait and to suffer rather than to take what it is that we need. We feel we have to follow the rules that have been established by others so that we can be accepted by others. Our whole culture has been corrupted, has been infected with this acceptance virus, right? You can't have a culture as a people that is based you can't have a healthy culture as a people that is based on being accepted by others, right? The culture needs to accept itself, and the people within the culture need to be able to accept people within the culture. But for you as a group to constantly strive to be accepted and loved by everyone else is is a formula for disaster, right? Is to a point where we have to develop not giving a fuckness about how others feel about us, feel about our struggles. The only thing that they need to feel anything about is the truth of who we are. That's what you need to feel, right? You need to feel the truth of our relationship with America. You need to face the truth of our history in America. You need to face the responsibilities of us being America, being in America. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to accept anything else about us. You don't even have to like us, right? And we have to get out of the mind state of constantly trying. I mean, I see black folks. You know what I'm saying? I mean, think about this, family, and I want you to think about this. Think about our politicians. Think about anybody that's talking supposedly for us, whether it's an athlete or any. You rarely hear them use the term black. You rarely hear them use that term. They lump us in to these unhealthy groups. There is nothing wrong with us being black. There's nothing wrong with us standing up for black people. There is nothing wrong with our politicians being black first. There's nothing wrong with our businesses being black first. The only thing that makes it wrong is us. The only thing that makes it wrong is us. And they be like, well, brother, I do. We want to be like everybody else. We nobody else. See, you have to understand that in this system of the term white supremacy, you know what I'm saying? The whole idea was for them to make what they do universal. So you have to view everything they do as universal, right? Until you start clearing that up. But until we're able to clear that up and until we're able to do effective battle against that, we constantly have to reinforce who we are because they have cornered the market on universality right now. So we just can't be like, I'm a producer. Now you a black producer. Got to be clear right now till we get back into our place of prominence. And I don't know when that's gonna be. Shouts out to Brother Kwame. I see you out there, my brother. How you doing? Have you opened and start reading the book yet? So the the mythology that we follow requires us to wait and to suffer. There is honor in suffering. If you look at the mythos that we follow right now, and family, I'm telling you right now, there is nothing honorable about suffering if you don't have to. We are not the bearers of humanity's sins. Get out the Jesus complex. Yes, if you're a Christian, celebrate Jesus and the sacrifice, but you don't have to bear the cross for all humanity. And that's what we do as a people. We we uphold the ideas of forgiveness and we uphold the ideas of long suffering and we all bear our cross and all that shit. We ain't got to do that as for everybody else. We can do that for each other. But we ain't got to do that for the rest of the world. Nobody else is. But I tell him because everybody else is not doing it does not make it right. But for me to cast my children into bearing a cross, you know what I'm saying? The only thing I get to pass down is my burdens. Can I pass down some wealth? Can I pass down some joy? Can I pass down a goddamn trip to Disney World? You know what I'm saying? Can I pass down something and enjoy? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. One generation should not be proud of sending a, a, a burden to the next. Unless that burden is money, unless that burden is wealth, unless that burden is holding on to the land that our ancestors died and bled upon and are buried in. We're good. And no, I have not begun reading book yet. I have to finish another one first. Go on, man. Stay busy, man. Stay busy. What you reading right now? I'm just on my rant while I drink my water. Y'all gonna get hydrated. Get yourself hydrated as we move through this. So I am waiting excitedly for my new device. It won't be out till March. I'm cool on that, right? I'm cool with that. Right now, I have to decide on what I'm gonna do with my mic because my son somehow got it working for him, but it's not working for me. Kind of suspicious, right? The tablet I was using is now working for him, but it's not working for me. So maybe Cleveland is using some of that programming shit that he got going on to kind of hinder our progress. You know, hey, it is what it is. I can't get mad at him. Can't get mad at him if he's truly doing it. All right, but I'm on. Let me put on some drinking music real quick. Uh, Go ahead, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Here you go.
I am a Gye-Nyame man. I was born for greatness. My greatness comes from my potent center. I pledge to find and connect with my center. I pledge to build my spirit, mind, and body. I pledge to use my hands to build a better world for myself, my loved ones, and my community. I pledge to use my mind to think deeper, further, and higher to create a better reality for myself. I pledge to live my life and go beyond all my self-imposed limitations. I pledge to promote the principles of the Gye-Nyame warrior and to assist all those seeking the path of success. I pledge all these things first to myself, to teachers, to all my relations, and to my higher power. I am Gye-Nyame. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. That is the Gye-Nyame pledge that is said by all of our true members at least once a day. Peace and welcome to our YouTube channel. Check out our videos and podcasts. Subscribe as well as join the journey. Push past your self-imposed limitations within the Gye-Nyame journey. Peace.
Too black, too strong, too black, too strong. Man, family. So once again, you can check the timeline. We had a very powerful weekend. We got another powerful weekend coming up. We got a short week. We got Black Family Day coming up on this Umoja. Um, we got I think it's called the Umoja Karamu. Is it called the Umoja Karamu, Kwame, or is it called something else? Um, Coming up this Amani. So we're gonna be eating Thursday. We're gonna be gathering together on Kaumba. We're gonna be gathering together on Amani, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get brother Kwesi Lowe is going to prepare the food for us for Kaumba. So, I gotta get them bucks raised. We always in hustle mode around these parts, right? You know what I'm saying? The hustle builds muscle. You understand what I'm saying? Because like I said, my piece is finding where people fit. Finding where people fit, finding what people do well, and get them to do that. Get them to do that. Now, this is another piece that I'm struggling with, right? We have a whole bunch of organizations. And a lot of us, I ain't gonna say we do the same thing, but I think that if we had a way to interface, we'll be able to do things so much better. I'm just thinking, man, I want to do, I would like to do about 3 camps this coming summer. I'm just thinking about how to work that out. But we got brother Kwame. He's telling us Surnam as Alan, but he wrote a grammar book on the Metu Neter that we have to study and learn from. Okay, all right. And it is the Umoja Karamu, which will be going down this Imani, and I think it starts at 10:30. I don't have the flyer yet. I will be sending that out on the Black Signal. For the things that I'm sending out to the general community, I will be using the Black Signal. I just can't afford to do the Daily Toast. But like I said, if you send me a message within Gye-Nyame Journey Facebook, and I could get you registered, and I get your Facebook profile on my superphone, I can hit you up and let you know when the show is going down. So I would like everybody to register. See, because I know how it is. Because when you be filling out these applications, you don't be carrying around your Facebook now. You don't even know what your Facebook handle is or your Twitter handle. I understand. I don't remember that shit either. But you know what I'm saying? I have to. If we want to continue using it, we have to come up with creative ways. Because one of the things that I notice is that a lot of stuff that we do, family, it what's going on here is that stuff they be trying to bleed us out. What do I mean by that? It's like we got skills. Like I'm trying to get the skills that like I said, brother, um what's the brother's name? Uh where is my where's my libation book? Hey, it's real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey. My libation book. Oh, Sasha. Girl. Cleveland. Cleveland. Brother Bowie. Come hither, sir. My libation book was sitting right here. Where's my libation book? My libation book was sitting right here. Where is my book? Fell over. Real live here, Jim. Yeah, give me that belt. Give me that belt. Because you need to beat down. Don't be touching the libation book. Real life here, Gye-Nyame Journey. All right. My sync wasn't working. I was wondering what was going on. It still ain't on. What's going on? All right. Syncing 200. Oh, okay. I don't know what's up. All right. So the what's up, Miss Navita? Good morning to you. So Brother Bowie spoke about a skills bank, and Brother Allende. Now check this out. So just the history. Brother Allende came up with the idea as far as the Kwanzaa book and thank you for using the YouTube. Um, Brother Allende came up with the idea to use the Kwanzaa book as a directory. So yeah, you can list your ancestors in there, which I will suggest, but you can also put your business and your skills in it. We want to provide a value to the community with this book, not just a memorabilia, something that you could use to remember Kwanzaa, but something that you could use all year round with the skills and stuff like that. And what I'm noticing is like with these with Superphone, with all of the apps I got, with even like some of the stuff that we do in the community, we have individuals, not necessarily even us, that are benefiting from the work that we're doing, and and they make it very expensive for us to operate, right? So it's like we constantly got. So let me put it this way: me, and the tribe has shown time and time again that we could put on a camping trip. We could do a camping trip for 3 to 5 days for little to no money. The biggest expense, the two biggest expense, is the food and transportation. But if we knock those out, we can do camps, right? and we usually knock them out. Food is the largest expense because we already got the equipment, and we could do between 40 and 60 young people if we wanted to. I'm just putting that out there. So the question for me is, how do we make that, how do we streamline it even more so that we can offer that to other people? You understand what I'm saying? Because it's expensive to rent cabins. I'm just, you know, uh, I'm just saying. But all right, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone because I want to go somewhere with it, but I'm not. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut and just do what I just soldier on and shit, right? Suffer, you know what I'm saying? Just suffer because it burns me up when I think about this shit. I'm like, see, because I can rent a campsite for, check this out. You can rent a campsite, a rustic campsite. You could rent it for like $20 a day, hold 150 people, right? If you rent both, like we rented one time, we rented both sides for 3 days, and it wasn't no more than $150, something like that. I gotta check. I gotta check with our accountant and shit. But we did that shit, and we set that shit up. We had parking. We had, I mean, it was incredible. You know what I'm saying? And a beautiful time. And yo, but I'm just saying, it can be done, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it again. We did it before, and we can do it again. All right. So let's, without any further ado, family, I want to lift up the glass, and I want to toast the creator by whatever name you choose to call it creator. We lift up our glass and we salute the creator. And we say, Ashe. From there, we move to the stars of the show. Miles Brown, Ms. Ann, Robert the Texan, Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilly, Georgia William Walton, Christopher Fennegas, and Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris. Navita, what you think about adding an industrial arts piece to something? Word trainer, maybe a cooking session. Two, I might have a location for a cooking class. Camping trip was the bomb. A cooking class? Shit, why not? I need to learn how to cook myself, you know? But hey, yeah, I mean, that's industrial arts now. Industrial arts. What is cooking an industrial art, or are there other industrial arts? So let me know what you're thinking. Uncle Chris, I'm Fiend, Cleveland, Geneva Brown, Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Bob Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twigs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tapper, John Fallard, Montague Pittman, Normal X, Sapet Maya, Ram, Lika Fakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Millie Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusuf Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro, Hector Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Ayers, William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pullian, the Luxor brother, Miss Eda Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Gil Smith, Walter Smith, Richard Triggs, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Anna Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Rinderman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Kevin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Weatherby, the farmer, Augusta Sue, Cheryl Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Theo Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Merle B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, May Esther, Keach Larice, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jerome Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mitchell Owens, Booker T. Bolden, Charlie Hunt, Sammy Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavina Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mae Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Ramsey, Matt Ramsey, David Ramsey, Charles E. Thornton, Frankie Quills, Urania Thornton, Bernice Quells, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, S.E. Johnson, Dorita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry Worrell, James Farmer, Mary Therese, Leon Grace, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martineer, Elder Amatep Wellman, Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Eleanor Howe, Franklin Russellman Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Bina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson Sr., Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carla Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy. Industrial arts like they used to have in high school, using tools to build something. Okay, all right. Jim, they used to actually have that in middle school. I had metal shop and wood shop. Do they still have? Is there any schools with metal shops and wood shops anymore? Jim Robinson. Matter of fact, shit, I think that I might have did that shit in elementary. Damn. Jim Robinson, Gladys Johnson, Valerie Clark, John and Mary Sullivan, Dirk Johnson, Antonio Johnson, Delise Waters, Shelby McClendon, Annie Ferguson, William Ferguson, Michael and Charlene Morgan, Sybil Edwards McNabb, Mazarine Cofer, George Swan and Monia Grayson, Charles Scott, Charles H. Scott, Reginald Oliver, Linda Howard, Jacqueline Broadus, Ethel H. McNair, Louis Fernandez, Edward R. Benson Sr., Barbara Ann Reed, Dorothy Ann Reed, Jim Reed, Ron McCormick Sr., Sabrina Easley, Rayshawn Easley, Javea McCormick, Nevaeh Mitchell, Rosella Watson, Hugo Watson, John Caldwell Sr., Robbie Lee Caldwell, Charles Walker Sr., Charlie Walker, Cecil Russell, Diane Urban, Haroon Phillips, William Ford, Margaret Logan, Phyllis Barnett, Lee Urban Sr., Michael Urban, Henrietta Irby, Mildred Armstead, Margaret Armstead, Catherine Anthony, Ruby Brown, Lorel Ellis, Elizabeth Battles, Jeanette Sanders, Jerry C. Sanders, Roy Pruitt, H.J. Bradley Sr., Henry Wilson, Rufus Jenkins, Minnie Wilson, Catherine Sanders, Barbara Naeem, Tim Butler, Ramey Laura Newton, J.B. Foggy, Thomas Newton Sr., John Dewey, Ruth Beard, Ann Pierce, Donald Carter, Lily Green, Nathan Green, Bette Vaughn, Lud Alls, Elijah Alls, Jerome Alls, Henry West Staten, Joe Jamel Alls, Miss Vanetta, Albert Motley, Geraldine Elizabeth, Douglas Thompson, Erlington Houston, Albert Moore, Leroy Q. Heath Sr., Margaret Towns, Mary Williams, Martha Ford Dawson, Big Mama, Nanny Harris, Eva Ford, James Harrison, Mona Ann Lewis, Cornetta Lyman Lewis, John Jackson, William Dallas Lewis, Mary Francis, Chappelle Jackson, Michael Slade, Joanne Perkins, Richard Jackson, Vivian Stevenson, Neely Johnson, Fletcher Swan, Manny and Charlie Scott, Ida Casey, Thomas Cofer, Dorita Ross, Viola Ross, Robert Nelson, Francis Stevenson, Leroy Stokes, Lester and Richard Saunders, John Bowie, Alex Nixon, Eula and Andrew Baker, Patricia and Edwin Brooks, Gwendolyn and Bob Hatch, Kimball Vernon, Bradley Kim, Janie Harriet Tubman Cates, Spencer Sturgis, Sally Mae Baker, Ethel Baker, Creola Baker, Geneva Baker, Aaron Nino Baby Hatch, Hatch Sr., Mally Miller, Housie Hatch, Dad Cleveland, Mother Gibson, Alice Arnold, Arthur Arnold, Hattie Reed, Charles Reed, Aunt Becker, Archie Beck, Anna McGill, Charles McDaniel, Christine Cottrell, Lee Irby, Tommy Irby, Boyd Irby, Jim Gaucher, Georgia Haley Johnson, Archie and Margaret Armstead, Diane Scott, Edgar Armstrong, Claire Fox, June Evans, Donna Hill, Richard Gleavis, Jerry Dorr, Mina Robinson, Mary Nichols, Patricia Williams, Shabaka Teray, Greg G2 Gibson, Emma McClendon, Dan Wilkerson Sr., Ruth Carter, June Cox, Ruth Cox, Paula Cox, Ronald Irving, Judy Hubbard, Irene Johnson, Francis Boots Jefferson, Stacy Trice, Frank Smith, Mother Bertha, Michael Leonard, David Brown, Hazel Gadsden, Jerry Brantley, Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Jason Cathy, Thomas Bradley, also known as Uncle Buki, also known as Gypsy. Shots out! Reverend Roosevelt Word the First, Jennifer Sensabaugh, Ada Pearl, Bob Ingalls, Jack Wallace, Warren M. Finch, Warren P. Finch, Tim Ingalls, Audrey Finch, William Billingsley Jr., Gene Holmes, Dana Jones, Peter Charles, Christy Nichols, Cardinal Robinson, Rosemary Charles, Nayland Blair Sr., Edward Stevens, Sue Ann Stevens, Janice Carter, Michael Carter, Leon Pina Carter, Margaret Carter, William Carter, Lisa Jordan, Charles Lee, Mosley, Dorothy R. Blair, Florence Evans, Pamela Blair, Ransom Evans Sr., Sam Evans Sr., Joe Davis, Timothy Butler, Charles Wooden, Penny Brown, Roy Lee Printup Jr., Miriam Johnson, Wilbert Longmire, Edith Catney, Eugene Spratling, Calvin Spratling, Phyllis Lee, DeFriedis Hines, Inez Bostic, Edna Bostic, Winifred Scantleberry, Wilson Hadley, and Elma Hines. Shots out as we raise our glass to salute our combined ancestors. We salute them, we call on them, we also toast them, and we say Ashe. From their family, let me make sure nobody else there's no other ancestors popping up on the screen. Let's see, let's go over here. Can't do that right now. All right, nope, nothing else. So we move on to the present moment. We toast this moment. In this moment, family, activate your reticular formations. We are looking for unity. Umoja, it's Umoja Day. It's Umoja Day. Activate those reticular formations. We are looking for unity in our community. We're looking for Umoja in action. Catch Umoja. Catch it working. Catch it happening. Snap it. Share it. You know what I'm saying? Finding our principles. Hashtag finding our principles. Hashtag found Umoja. Umoja. Hashtag Umoja found. Hashtag Umoja Day. Hashtag Umoja is alive. You know what I'm saying? I don't, play with it. Unity is the word for those that don't speak the language. Truth is the meiotic principle of the day. The color is violet, as you can see with the purple Daily Toaster shirt. Mentalism is the hermetic law today. All is mind. We're gonna have to talk about those principles. So I think we might take some time over the Kwanzaa season to kind of hit on all the points that I cover here. We got the male day. If you was born on the day, it's your day. Shouts out to the Quojos out there. Shouts out to brother Quojo Ababio. That's my brother. We also have female. If you're a female born on this day, it's Ajua, right? Ajua. Shouts out to all the Ajuas out there. It's your day. Flex your energy. Change reality. In this moment, we lift up our glass and we salute this moment. We celebrate this moment. We work in this moment. We hustle in this moment because we know this moment is all we got. So we're going to make it count as we build this tribe and this nation and our families for our children. We say Ashe. From their family, and speaking of children, we move to our children's children, on to infinity because we will take advantage of our moment, because we will take advantage of our present, where we are right now. We will be able to guarantee that our children will be able to prosper. So we lift up our glass and we say Ashe. And from there, family, where do we go? We go to all of our relations. We toast and we say Ashe. From there, we move to your toast, your time. What is it that you need in your life in this moment, right now? Right now. Come on. Get it. It's yours. Get it. Ashe. From there, family, where do we go? Last but not least, I salute the most powerful, beautiful, inspiring, loving person in the room. That's your glorious self. So I salute you and we say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Just don't have the same sound as my other glass. Where's my little bottle at? I have to give me another bell. Family, I want to wish you peace, power, and joy, and have a marvelous day. I'm out because, of course, you see I'm running late. But you know how we get down here in the journey. Don't make no difference, right? So, family, y'all have a great day. Let me make sure I ain't miss nothing. School out for the holiday. Whose? Not mine. I I gotta go today. Peace, family. We are out. Thank you for joining us. Shouts out to Sister Navita. Shouts out to Brother Kwame, the Daily Toasters. Now, to get the black signal, all you got to do is, once again, go to the Gye-Nyame Journey Facebook page and send me a message. The superphone will text you back. It'll make it possible for everybody that registers through Gye-Nyame Journey. It'll make it possible for me to contact you through Facebook. So you'll get an automatic thing because I'll send it out every morning. I just want to get 10 or more on there. All right? Peace. feel kind of guilty just hogging this all to myself. Ambrosia. Woo! All right, I'm out.